Hello, my name is Arnett, Rick Arnett, and this is the delicious, fun, fast, and delightfully British Aston Martin Vantage Coupe for Avidgolfer magazine's Drive Time feature. I think you'll want to watch this one the whole way through. So this is the 2020 Aston Martin Vantage Coupe. It's the entry level in the vaunted Aston Martin line. Base is at $152. This one, nicely appointed, at $201,000. If you have the means and you like to drive, this, my friends, is the car for you. I want to thank Park Place, Aston Martin, Dallas, for the exquisite experience of this great model. And if you're in the market for something like this, give those gentlemen a call. All right, folks, this is the exquisite engine. It's a 4.0 liter. It's the same engine as in the vaunted Mercedes-Benz AMG GTS. 502 horsepower, 505 pound-feet of torque. As you can see, these substantial braces in here keep everything in place. You have the person who did the final inspection, and his name is Taylor Wright, right there. So every Aston Martin gets that. If you look real closely, you'll see some Mercedes-Benz parts in here. Don't worry about that. You just know it's fast, it's loud, and it's awesome. Now you can also see that this is pushed a little bit towards the cabin of the car. This is for weight distribution. The transmission is in the rear to give it more of that 50-50 balance. Again, these guys think of everything. They try and take out as much weight as possible. They try and keep it as balanced as possible. Because folks, this is a true race car that you can put on the street. All right, this car is all about aerodynamics. It's all about slippery. It's all about fast, handling everything else. I'm going to show you what the engineers did on this. So this is a huge, huge grill right here. It's all about air diffusion. It sucks up air here, keeps the air from down here, so it keeps the car nice and balanced and low. That's important. The air flows through here. It comes through this vent in the top here and goes through this, and that will help also cool the engine because this engine screams. So it's all about maintenance, it's all about cooling, it's all about aerodynamics. It's everything you want in a sports car like this. As you can see, this car is gorgeous. This is a Solaris orange paint. It's special paint. It's got gold flake in it. If it was sunny out, you'd really be able to see, but it's fabulous. It's just fabulous. And you have the Aston Martin badge here. That's always cool. Black diffuser down here. And you have air outtakes here on the hood. Again, everything screams aerodynamics. When I was driving it was a little bit of rain today, and it was so slippery that the rain wasn't even hitting the windshield. It was going right over it. Really pretty cool. So this all goes back. These are nice, wide. You can see them. They're retractable. You can do that. You can use that as well. As you look through here, here is another air outtake, again, to cool off the brakes, cool off the tire, everything, right? And as you can see, what I love about this line here, everything kind of just fades into the haunches in the back. I think that's a great feature. Again, if you're a car aficionado, you'll appreciate that. This is the door handle. Just do that. And you can pretty much stop it. You should be able to stop it pretty much wherever you want. And the door actually goes up a little bit, and they do that so that you don't hit a curb. Pretty cool. These puppies, these are 20-inch wheels. They're special blackened alloys. Here's the crazy thing about this. If you're into cars at all, you'll see these brake the rotator. That's about as big as a large pizza. They're vented, as you can see, again, to dissipate more heat. The brake calipers are huge. I got this car up to a pretty high speed that I won't admit what that was, but no fading at all on the brakes. And these are obviously high performance tires. They're staggered, so you have smaller ones in the front, bigger ones in the back. I love the trim on this. So the black looks good when it's clean, when it's not raining. It's really impressive. Now if you look at the top, so the top is very streamlined, but again, more aerodynamic features, more lines, and they're more designed to be as slippery as possible. All right, so the rear, beautiful. It's kind of follows the shape, the design shape, every part of the car. You know, remember the front had that little horseshoe type deal, and it goes all the way around. When you brake, when you turn signals, it looks great. Again, quad exhaust, more diffusing details on the bottom, again, for more aerodynamics. This is funny. This is so delightfully British, right? That's your reverse light. Usually, you know, they put them up high. That's as small as it gets. And then the crazy thing about this being British, so in Europe they don't have this. These are bumpers, allegedly. So in the US, in order to maintain safety standards, it has to have these. These are not lights that illuminate the license plate. These are actual bumpers. They're kind of worthless, but you have to have them. So that's why that's there. Again, you got the Aston Martin name, you got the badge. And then you look at the back here, it just looks like one slippery arrow. Okay, so this is a coupe. Sometimes the storage is a little limited. This actually is not too bad. So you got a couple cool features on this. I can fit a set of golf clubs in. You see there's indentations on either side. I can fit the club in, just got to take out the driver, maybe a 3-wood, put it in the front seat with me, but it works. This is really cool too. I can drop this, or I can raise it. If I raise it and I close the lid, you'll see it'll stop right here, so nobody can see what's inside the trunk. That's a cool feature. And since I'm driving, I can always reach back here and get something. This is a good little storage area. It's not bad for a car of this category. All right, now we get to the interior, and one thing the British know how to do is interior. Everything smells great, feels great. I wish I could have cologne that would actually pick up this smell, because it is exquisite. So the Alcantara, like suede leather everywhere, on the roof, on all the trim, two-tone leather, two-color leather. It looks incredible. These seats are heated and vented, meaning they're cooled. And you can tell by the vented displays here, it kind of just rolls into nothing. It's very cool. Okay, steering wheel, racing steering wheel, feels perfect in my mitts. I mean, it has the squared off racing steering wheel on the bottom, nice look. And you have the paddle shifters, that's real metal, very substantial, and you can grab them no matter where you're going on your driving. You can grab that and change your gears if you want to do it manually. It's an 8-speed transmission. Again, you're going to see a lot of this stuff borrowed from Mercedes-Benz. So when you look at the infotainment system, that's last generation Mercedes. Still good enough, but that's how Mercedes is moving that stuff into the Aston Martin line. Everything is clear, everything's easy to see. Even for a car this low slung, I can see pretty well with the side view mirrors and the rear view mirror. Everything looks great. Now, to get a little more particular, if I want to change, I got 3 different settings. This is a sports car. There is no comfort mode. So it starts off in sport. You can put it in Sport Plus and you'll hear the engine change just a little bit. And then if I put it in track mode, it really gets deep. And it also changes the look of the speedometer and the tachometer on the dash. Very cool feature. You also can change the suspension on this. In normal mode, the suspension is very comfortable. You're not going to feel a whole lot. You can put it in Sport Plus. If you put it in track mode, you'll feel everything, because it's supposed to be driven on a track that has absolutely no imperfections, and that's the way you want it, especially with the wide tires and the taut suspension and everything. But normally you're going to put it in normal mode. The console, lots of buttons. This infotainment screen is not touchscreen like a lot of others, which I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But down here, again, this is all Mercedes if you're familiar with it at all. You have a trackpad here. You can do it that way, or you can do it via the knob. I kind of go back and forth on it, but it's really easy. You just put your arm, rest your arm on the console. You can get to anything you want. The transmission is real interesting. The gears are all buttons. There's not a lever, there's not a shifter. It's all buttons here. That's really cool. Again, the seats are heated and cooled. You have dual climate control. You have, you can turn on your overhead lights here on both sides. You can do that. And then you can catch your radio. So the big news here is the camera. So if I go to camera mode, look at how clear that is. That's HD quality right there. And you can change that to different views. I can make it a 360 view. I can see what's all around me. That's really cool. And when you go in reverse, you can see in the backup. And if I turn the steering wheel, it'll show you where your car is going to track so you don't hit any obstacles. Very nice feature. The climate controls work great. It cools this car down like that, or it'll heat it up just like that. If you look in the rear here, there's just enough room. I have my man pack in the back. When I switch out cars, I can fit that right behind the seat. There's another like a shelf right here you can use. The storage, not so great, but just enough. You have your USB, so I can recharge my phone. If, this is real cool, if this doesn't start it, the battery is out, right? You can change this, plug this into the back, and that will start the car just as well. Really cool feature. If you have, this is the valet key. When you have the real key, it's all silver and it looks really great. It has a really nice Aston Martin emblem. It looks really cool. And you can see this is all leather. And it's just exquisite. And the seats are so comfortable. So you think in a racing seat it's gonna hurt your back and everything? No, it kind of like molds into your back. It's really cool. And you have enough headroom, even I'm almost 6 feet tall, has enough headroom in the top that you can wear a helmet when you're tracking this beast and you won't hit the roof. Very, very cool. Okay, remember I'm talking British and I'm talking quirky? This is real interesting. It took me a while to find where the hood release was on this car. Normally it's always on the driver's side. It's on the side, it's underneath, it's wherever. This is underneath the passenger side. It's a little orange flip on the bottom and you have to pull that out. Now why is it on the right hand side? This is a British car. Most British wheels on the right hand side. So again, they don't care about the American side and I don't blame them. This is all British all the time. And so once you know where it is, it's real easy. All right, a couple things I wanted to mention real quick. No glove box in this car. That's okay. Nobody really needs it. You have these special knee pads over here so you can rest your knee up against it. This is all carbon fiber. And these handles. So they don't want you to go like this. That's very awkward. They want you to reach over and go like this so you can look behind you for any oncoming traffic or obstacles. Again, really cool touch. All right, let's give this thing a spin. I'll keep it in track mode because it's fun that way. Let's get this thing ready to go. You'll be able to hear this. You put it in the most aggressive suspension and you'll feel everything. Again, it's for track mode, right? But you can hear it 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds, which is really all you need, and it is glorious. I mean, all I want to do is just punch that gas pedal the whole time, and you can hear that when it downshifts, that really awesome bark to it. And then very quick turning radius. I mean, it's just, you could almost U-turn in the same exact lane. If you take it out, if you put it in track mode, you'll spin this plate, you'll spin these really heavily. Wow, it's just it's sublime. It is so much fun to drive. It's so planted, and it just makes me smile every time. I don't even turn on the radio when I had this car, because I'd rather hear the engine than hear any radio station. This is much more entertaining. I can't tell you how much fun this is to drive. It is just sublime, just exquisite, exhilarating. It's everything a sports car should be. And that sound, that sound is exactly what you want a sports car to feel, sound. It's that emotional, that visceral sound that you get. It just makes you grin. Miles of smiles. Handling, perfect. Very planted. Doesn't lean at all. And it's not uncomfortable. I had this in the regular suspension mode, and it's just as good. Again, you don't need it unless you're going to go on the track. Oh, that downshift. Oy. Mwah. So beautiful. So fine. Just the best. You can feel those tires grab. Just amazing. Amazing ride. You have to drive one of these things. You just have to. If you have the means to spend a couple hundred large, you need to try this to start. Again, 502 horsepower, 505 pound-feet of torque. This car is only about 3,300 pounds, so when you nail that gas pedal, it's instantaneous. So there you have it, the 2020 Aston Martin Vantage Coupe from Park Place Aston Martin in Dallas. Thanks again to those guys for letting me have the experience of my life. Very, very fun. Again, this is the entry-level Aston Martin. This is 153,000 base, has about 50 grand of options, puts it at about 201. Still the most affordable in the Aston Martin line. So check out Avidgolfer Magazine's Drive Time on YouTube. Please subscribe, because we'll hopefully get more cool rides like this. And until then, drive safe with a smile.